Hi everyone, I'm Lisa.
I'm Crystal.
And we are Stitching the Dream. Welcome back. It is Friday, April 9th. We didn't hit our 2-week mark, but we did better than we did in 2020. So it's been 4 weeks since our last video, and
which is still
better than last year, but it's
yes.
it's not too bad.
No,
we're
not
going
bad.
for the fortnight, but we went for 4 weeks instead. So, but anyway, lots has been happening. A lot of things have.
Are we editing this or are we continuing?
I don't know how to edit.
I think we should continue.
So this is typical, and normally because I don't know how to edit, we just stop and start over. Anyway, so a lot of things have been happening the last 4 weeks.
I've had grandchildren for 2 weeks.
I've been out of town for
a couple weeks.
A long time. I went to visit my mom.
Yeah.
It was her birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Aww.
She turned 86.
Wow.
86. So I went up to Minnesota to visit her and spent the birthday weekend with her and visit my dad, who is in long-term memory care. My biggest fear was that I would get there and he wouldn't know me, and it happened. He didn't know. He knew me, but he couldn't come up with my name. It was kind of stabbing.
That's got to be hard.
It was, yeah, a little bit. But through the rest of the weekend, I got to see him every day, and he, you know, you could tell he knew who I was, and he joked with me about stealing his jacket because I did.
Oh, the one the jean jacket.
The jean
that
jacket,
yeah.
So I had embroidered on it years ago when he was very involved in the American Legion. I should have brought it over here, but I put a big American flag in the United States on it, and I put American Legion, post number 71, West Duluth, you know, the whole thing, and his name on it, and he wore that thing
That's so sweet.
all the time. And he won't be wearing it anymore. So I asked my mom, can I take this? And so I jokingly told my dad one day, because I wore it up there to visit him, and it's like, Dad, do you like my jacket? And he's like, yeah, just don't forget it when you go home. Don't forget to leave it behind when you go home. Thanks, Dad. So I'm like, should I not take it? I took it. He won't know.
That's
anyway. But while I was there, I was supposed to come home on Tuesday so we could do a video 2 weeks ago, and I ended up extending my visit for 3 more days because the apartment my mother, she wanted to downsize from a 2-bedroom to a 1-bedroom. It came open and was available tomorrow. So we did my brother and I moved her every piece of furniture the next morning from 1-bedroom, or from her old apartment to her new apartment, got her all set up, and spent the next day setting things up. And then I was I'm not that young anymore. That was hard work. That was a lot of hard work. My husband said, that's young man's work. I said, I know, and I'm not a young man. Anyway.
Yeah.
So and then I got home, and then she had grandchildren over, and we just couldn't get to the videos. But here we are.
Yep, we're here.
Yeah.
The grandkids were amazing. Oh, and then Easter. Yeah.
And we didn't do anything Easter. We kept real low key. But I know you did more. You had big family events.
We had, so I went and picked up the grandkids, the ones from Indiana, and because I knew my daughter and her husband were going to be coming up the next weekend for Easter. And so I went and picked them up, and I picked up only the 2 oldest. I left the 2 babies so that we could just have more fun. And so we went to the parks, and we went on trails, and then we played in the backyard. We helped with the chickens. They love that. Oh my gosh, they love the chickens so much. And so we had a really good full week. And then my daughter and her husband came with the other 2, the babies, which are 2 and 1. And
who else did they have with them?
Oh my gosh. You know, we downsized to a very small 3-bedroom ranch, full basement. And the basement is finished, halfway finished. One side's finished and the other side's not. And it would be crowded but not terrible with the additional 5. But they brought their dogs.
Big dogs.
So she has a Bernese Doodle. Huge dog. It's 8 months old and its head is like, it can rest its head on this table. And then she has a pit bull mix, and it's not a small dog. With then my medium golden doodle, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And your chickens.
Well, my chickens were outside because there's just no more room in the house.
Well, I'm glad the chickens were outside.
Yeah, well, so it was wonderful, but they left today at 10, and that's why we're like, okay, so let's get together and stitch, and while we're at it, why don't we make a video? So we did.
Before something else comes up.
Because
it does.
It will. It will. But it was a great couple of weeks.
It's fun being busy, though. It's nice being busy.
And it's just so awesome when your kids and your grandkids are close enough that they can just come and stay.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty wonderful. But we want to talk cross stitch.
Because this is all about cross stitch.
It is.
It is. Let's start with our group project. So, as you all know, our Crockpot Crew group is doing a round robin exchange of a sampler. I don't have the sampler pattern.
Oh, you don't? My bags are over there. You'll just have to.
You've probably seen it on various,
our friendship.
Yeah, on various channels. So I was stitching on Delicia's. She's Kentucky Sass. So this is that part right there. I believe is the part I did on Delicia's.
And I did Sharon's. And let me see. Oh, hold on.
So you can see everybody, a lot of people picked their own colors and their own fabrics and really made them their own. I think they look really neat.
I love all the pinks in Sharon's. It's just so pretty. Yeah. And Delicia chose more of the traditional warm tones.
No, she and Melissa are doing kind of a bolder colors. But they're very pretty, very.
So I did all of this section, and now we're getting ready to pass these along to the next person, whom I'm passing mine to Katie's.
And I am doing this.
She gets to pass to me, so that's easy. Oh.
Yeah. So that was that's one of the whips anyway. Do you have a lot?
I don't have a lot because I had grandkids.
It's been 4 weeks, and I was traveling and visiting a senior person in a senior community apartment, so I had plenty of stitching time.
I think I should probably show my whips first, since you're going to need the whole table.
Probably.
Wait, they're absolutely gorgeous, but you'll understand why I'm giving her the whole table. So, I'm going to just show my whips first.
Oh, look, I have it right here. I do have the pattern.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't see it because I had everything.
Our Lasting Friendship.
That's the Blackbird Design Our Lasting Friendship round robin that we're doing.
And you can see how we all chose our own colors.
So everybody, most people, well, some did it exactly as called for.
I think Steph did.
I think Pam and Steph both did it.
Yeah.
That way. But anyway, they're fun to do.
So I had a few minutes at night after the kids, after they were bathed, and man, grandparents, you lose it. You know, I mean, we had 5 kids, and it was like bedtime was a routine and everything.
Well, that's why young people are parents.
Yes.
They have the energy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I just looked at my husband and I'm like, I'm so glad we did not wait till later. I don't know if I could have done it all as well. So anyway, I wanted to show you, I have had a little bit of time. This is Little House Needleworks Hot Cocoa, and this is the pattern. I tried to keep it as close to called for colors as possible, and this is what I've got so far. And as you can see, the milk does show up. I had to take that to a B52.
5200.
5200. Just because
somebody called me out on that last week for fumbling over the name, the color name. Thank you. I laughed.
Yeah, it was more of a cream. I can't remember exactly what they called for, but I did have to turn that because of my fabric being lighter.
It blended.
It blended. So then I got a few little things in on my white swirl pumpkin.
Gosh, that's pretty.
By Shannon Christine Designs. here is this. And I chose to do same colors, you know, they are silks. And I chose to do it on an orange background. I reversed.
Super pretty.
Oops. But that's where I'm at now. Now this has a ton of beads, which I will do last, because all of these little bitty dots are beads next to them. So I am here, and actually since the last time, that's a lot more than I've. Yeah, that's a lot more than I've done, because normally I'm more of a monogamous stitcher, but I've tried, and it's funny because we watched a.
I wish I was.
No. We watched a FlossTube the other day where she was talking about doing 3. It was Delicia on Kentucky
Sass.
Sass.
I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, she's doing 3, and so she'll do 3 1 month or 1 week or whatever it is, and then she'll switch to another 3.
And she's rotating the 3, like, was it 3 days on each? 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then I thought that was kind of a good way to do it.
So I really like that idea. So I'm working on the 3. And then my last whip.
Love this.
My gosh, I love this so much. I'm going to pass this on to Sharon, who is a friend of ours in our crock pot crew. And this is what it is. It is Sunflowers by Hinzeit. Oh, that would be funny. Anyway. But look how beautiful it's turned out. I love it. You guys, it's gorgeous.
The shading in that flower.
Oh, I know. And so I just have to finish this S, and then I'm going to start working on the peacocks.
Are they peacocks or doves? Are they? They're birds.
They're birds. They look like bluebirds with maybe flowers and a background. I thought they were peacocks at first, but they probably aren't. So anyway, those are my 3 whips that I have tried to work on.
So are you going to continue with the 3?
I am.
That's a really good idea.
I just like the idea because it's just so overwhelming.
Well, and then you still get a little bit of variety.
Yes.
Which is
yes.
I
so true, so true, so true. Now, we've got the space cleared out.
All right, I'm ready. So last time, I think I had already started this, the Long Dog Sampler Pavane for these times that I'm doing on dark cobblestone 40 count, and I'm doing it 1/1. So here's where I'm at now with this. So I've done quite a bit, but I think it's just really pretty.
It's so dainty.
Yeah, so I was working on this one, and then, actually let me back up, because...
Which that is very unusual for you. I've never seen you do those colors.
Right. Well, and
on such a dark background.
So I was working on this. I'm going to come back to this in a second. So I was working on this, and then I also, at the same time, I'm in the Stitch Along Modern Folk Embroidery 2021 Stitch Along. So, you know, the March section, the March piece came out, which was this one up here. So I finished this one up here for March. And then I went back to my Long Dog. I went back to my Pavane because I had like, I don't know, just a couple days left in the month, and I thought I'll just spend the rest of the time working on this one and I'll really do some progress. And then I got bacon grease on it. And I was sad. So I needed to start a new project because I was sad.
And she started a happy project.
So I started a happy project. I had to drop out of the Whip It Good group. I came clean. I fessed up and I started this. This is Serenity Harbor Sampler because, you know, I just needed something little and happy and bright. Look at how gorgeous this is, though. It is so pretty.
She says it makes her happy.
It does. This made me happy. So this is where I'm at so far. I'm doing it on 32 count. I think it's vintage smoky white, 32 count 1/1. And I'm doing it in all the called for DMCs, but look at how pretty that is.
Look at how tiny that is.
That too. See, I got my little sheepdog up here in this corner here, and I got the little girl reading a book under the tree. I'm just wiggling like crazy here. Let me just stand up. You see the rock wall, and it's just really pretty. So anyway, so I started that because I was sad, and then I got bacon grease. I got the bacon grease out, you know, and I finished them out. So the bacon grease was right here.
Tell them how you did it.
I did it with warm water and Dawn dish soap and Mark's toothbrush. Not really, but I did use a toothbrush. Yeah, it's right here. You can still see a little bit of a shadow. But Mark had a great idea. He says, you know what, if it doesn't come all the way out, see this row here with the little zigzaggy thing? Just I'll do that on the outside if I need to, just to disguise that. But I think it came out pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
We'll see. So because I was sad and started that new one and had to drop out of the group, I thought, well, what the heck? I may as well start some more. So
guys, I want you to count how many scrolls.
No, to ignore my scroll. So this one I had purchased a while ago, and I saw on Ellen Reed's FlossTube Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. She has this hanging up behind her when she videos, and every time we watch it, Chris is like, "Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful!" I'm
Gorgeous.
like, I bought it. One day I'm going to start it. This one, Rosewood Manor Inspiration. I started. I didn't get much of a start. This is actually very tedious to do, but it's really pretty.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So this one's on my oversized here, but so
this is why we had cleared table.
This is where I'm at. So that's what I got so far. But the colors are just really pretty. I'm doing it in the Call for DMC. So that's Inspiration by Rosewood Manor.
So pretty.
Because I was sad. And I wanted to be happy. And you know what? We do this to make us happy.
It is so true.
Why would you
spend all that time?
Yeah, it's like I want to be happy because
yes. And it's just so wonderful to bless other people too.
For sure.
And I mean, if they're not a cross stitcher, they don't know exactly.
They don't get it.
But they really love the finished project.
But I love the starting project.
She does.
So I had a couple days in between starting things and working on things, and I was like, I was feeling a little anxious. I'm like, let me just pull out something else. Not a new start, although I did. Remember, I pulled out my Mirabilia as if I was going to start it, and I thought, no, don't do it, not yet. So anyway, I pulled up my Peacock Garden Sampler, and I put in a few days on this guy.
Oh, I just love that.
So he's now. I got to the corner. Obviously, I got to the corner. So here's the midpoint, and there's that. So that'll be. What size is this one? This is a 60 centimeter scroll. So this is going to be a big mama. This is on 56 count. So this is a what?
That was the fourth scroll.
Hush, hush, hush.
I love them, and you'll know why later.
Oh,
it's actually 5. I missed one, the small one.
So then I thought, because like everybody else, I did some purchases at Expo, because
this is true.
And when I made these purchases, I thought, I need to have these things in my stash that I will never stitch because I'm in the Whip It Grid group. Well, because I'm not in the group anymore, I kicked myself out. I started one of my Expo starts. And this is very unusual for me. It's the Ann Hull 1836 sampler. I don't know what it was about this, but I was just drawn to this. It's very
not like her.
Anything that I've done. So I started this yesterday, the day before. Yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
And the day before, I was here and we stitched together, and this was not started at that point. I guess it was
yesterday. Anyway, so I'm doing this on 46 count Confederate gray. just using the DMC call for, but I got the bottom bits done. It's not much, but how cool is that?
Next time she sees, it's gonna be like
I hope
much
so.
further.
I was actually
That is really, really pretty.
I was working on this one today because it's a fun one to do. Inspiration, I think, is a pretty one to
you're
do.
about...
I've got the bottom part done.
Oh,
Or the
gosh.
bottom.
Guys, it's really, really pretty.
It is.
I mean, this is
So
different than for her.
So here's what I found though. So, and it took me a little bit to figure this out because this color palette was what I was expecting. When I pulled the floss it called for, they were very different. The blues were really super, super bright, and I'm like, well, so what I think it is this is the original, and then the reproduction is the
more
the
up to date.
designers color choices. So I don't know if she chooses the colors based on the backside where it hadn't faded or what, but I liked this look. So I'm trying to, as I go and come across a color that I think is too bright for what I'm having to pick my own colors. I don't do that. I don't pick my own colors.
It was at a Stitch Away when we were sitting with 3 women from New York that the light bulb went off because she was like, oh, I just bought this in the annex, but I can't start it because I don't have the colors. I have them close. And the one woman looks at her and says, so change the colors. And she was like, oh, you can do that.
Yeah,
yes.
It was a game changer moment. Isn't that a dumb thing? But
For
it
as
was
long
truly-
as you'd been stitching too, you were a called for
Yep,
girl.
This is what they told. Well, I figure the designers put a lot of thought, a lot of effort. You know, this is their art. I should be true to the designers. No, this is mine now. I mean, yes, I'll stay as true as I can, but it's still, it's anyway.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
So those are all my whips.
Those are the ones that she's
Y'all
started this week.
Y'all know I have issues.
I
Everyone knows
love
I have
them.
issues. So I wanted to, I was going to show my purchases, but I left them across the room. So if I can clear a path, I'm going to go.
I will show you my next whip. Actually, I have 2 whips that I'm going to start. The other one, I don't know why. I took it out to bring here and then forgot it, but you'll see it later. This one is the Cricut collection, and it is free range. And I am going to be starting this, but the eggs, but I am going to do it on a tad bit darker linen because of the fact that I really want to see the word eggs. And it's just really hard to see that for me. So I'm going to do it on a little bit darker linen. So that is going to be another whip that I'm going to start because I knew from the beginning. I told our crockpot crew, I
That's
said,
cute.
I know, I
You
love
doing
it.
this too?
I might do that for Easter.
That's sweet.
Because I don't have a lot of spring stuff. We were both talking about that, and we're going to be putting spring stuff in our collection because we don't have a lot of cute little spring.
I have one.
Yeah, I have more than one, but yeah, I told the crockpot crew I'm not doing the whip this year. First of all, I couldn't get organized enough, and second of all, I just don't like. I'm not a real big rule follower, and so I feel like rules are guidelines.
Suggestions.
They're just suggestions. But I just knew there were so many things that I wanted to start, and I didn't know what I was going to start, didn't know what I wouldn't start, so I couldn't even put a list together. And it's very time consuming to put a list together. You guys were working on that stuff for a while.
Right.
And I was just like, no.
I love my list. I love having lists.
Oh, you do.
I do.
And I do lists, but like I said, I just don't get to them all the time. So, are we gonna do some haul?
Is this your haul?
Yes.
I have a couple of Expo hauls, and I have a couple of bought elsewhere.
I don't have my Expo order yet. I haven't gone up to Keepsakes, but I'm going to try to go tomorrow. But this is called Spring is Hair, H-A-R-E, and it's by Lila Studio, and I just love it. It says, no matter how long the winter, spring is sure to follow, which if anybody knows me, winter is so hard for me. I don't like the cold, dreary days. I don't like them, the light being, at 5:30, it's dark already.
Yeah.
So this really, really just is true to how I feel. And look how beautiful this is. Look at that basket of flowers. Look at those beautiful little rabbits and the hearts. I love the border. I'm not a real big house person, but that is just adorable.
Oh, and it's a little house, so that's
It's a little house. It's not like the house is this size and then the rabbit's this size.
It's not like house.
Yeah, house. And then my other thing that I'll be starting, and I haven't decided which one I'm going to do.
I love.
It's Quaker Snowflakes
I might borrow this from
by
you at
Liz
some point.
Matthews. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm leaning toward the white with the green on it, but oh gosh, that would fit my color palette at the house so well.
I definitely might have to borrow this when you're finished.
Oh, yes. It is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. And that is my haul. I have 2 things left, but it won't be until later.
I have a little haul.
A little haul.
So these are not Expo hauls. These are just things that I've seen that.
She's been watching other FlossTube channels, and she writes notes.
I do.
Tell her.
I keep a notebook next to me, notebook and pencil next to me, and I write down when I see things that tickle my fancy. And this tickled me a lot. So it's Blackbird's Oh Joyous Day. Mm-hmm. So this is just lovely, just lovely. Mm-hmm. So this one I will do, and then this is another Blackbird.
I love that.
My Dear Hearts.
You've really chosen a lot of really bright and light and colorful. Oh,
bright, light.
okay,
color. Oh,
that one you have it.
That's what just floors me. Wow.
That is not you.
This was actually an Expo. So this goes right back into my Expo. So this was an Expo purchase. Followed by
oh my
this one, Oh Feathers by Rosewood Manor.
Oh, and I love the pattern.
And I bought the thread pack to go with this, so I'll be able to do it just like this. So this I'm really excited for.
That is gorgeous. I looked at that and almost got it for myself.
Yeah. So this one is from Teresa Kogat's Expo release. This is Come to the Garden. And I just loved all the reds and that border. It's like, holy crap, I want to do that. Why?
Yes.
I love the butterfly. I love the flowers. It's just pretty.
It is very pretty.
Very pretty. So I'm excited to do that one too. And then I also...
I don't know how this came about.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm growing up.
I think
don't
it's
know.
the outside and the...
So,
and
I don't know. This is Kathy Barrick, a Quaker dwelling. And...
You're not a house person.
I don't like doing houses, but
you said you love the shading on it.
Just the way she did these grays in here with the, it just caught my eye, and the way that the roof has got the, and I love me some Quakers, but oh my gosh,
yes,
Kathy Barrick, holy crap, I love this,
Very
and I think
nice.
I'm going to do it exactly the way you called for with the MPIs and the whole kit and caboodle. So I went through all of my new things and I wrote down all the stitch counts and I did the math to see how big each one would be in various sizes of fabric, and I think this I'll do in 40 on a 40 count. So I was trying to figure most of these I'll do on 40 count except for some of them are too big to do on 40 because I don't want like my Peacock garden. Oh, I'm sorry, my Peacock garden is huge.
Yes.
On 56.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's all that I'm allowed to share because I did buy another one from Kitten Stitcher that I can't share because it's either going to be my Whistle Stop White Elephant exchange or my StitchCon Smalls exchange. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. Or,
we'll show that.
Or I'll keep it for myself because I really, really like it.
She's going to pull a crystal.
I might do that. And so and then I bought some fabric, but I'm not, just plain whites and plain creams in larger color. Anyway.
So.
Oh wait, I have a finish.
Oh, you do have the finish
want to
and
see
FO. Yes, we want
Yeah, I
to see
haven't
that.
finished.
It was behind
You can't.
you. Where did you put that? Is it over there?
Shoot. I know.
No.
Hold.
Hold, please.
Not very far.
Ah, good.
That was a close call. So, I have a finish that I've been working on. Remember this, I only work on when Mark's not around. Well, he's here today, so everybody be really quiet. Because he can't know. Because I haven't fully finished it yet. But, dun, 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 dun.
Ta-da!
And yes, I haven't ironed it. Raising the flag. Raising the flag. Didn't it turn out great though?
That's
Look at it.
amazing.
I cannot wait to get this framed. And I'm actually going to frame it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to build my own frame. Oh, I should have brought my desk pictures.
Oh my god.
I figured if I can build a desk, I can build a frame.
You should.
Why
I
am
cannot wait for you guys to see this desk. I was
I can't
speechless.
find. And remember, I was looking for my phone earlier.
I was speechless. You're just gonna have to learn how to drop pictures. I was speechless. I walked into his office because she's like, "Do you want to see the desk?" I'm like, "Yes." I walked into his office and all I kept saying was, "Oh my gosh!" There are no words to describe
Well, the funny thing-
how amazing and how knowing she built that whole thing.
When I allowed him to go into the shop when I was finished, and I couldn't carry it up myself, so I allowed him to come down to help me. Oh, he just stood there like this.
Seriously,
That's it. I can't believe I don't have my phone nearby.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're just gonna have to learn how to drop pictures.
If we can, we'll put a picture right here.
Yeah, it is.
I'll try.
We're getting
I'll
there,
try.
little by
No,
little.
we're not. I haven't done one thing with editing. Alas.
Yes.
So that's all I have. I have those are my whips, my purchases, my
So I
finishes.
have a birthday on Saturday.
She does. She's going to be old.
I am going to be old. I'm already old, but I am going to be much older. And so I was talking about how I wanted to get some scrolls. Don't listen to that. And how I wanted to purchase scrolls because, sometimes you have those large ones that you just don't want all that fabric wrapped up on it and everything. And so I was asking her, where did you buy your scrolls? Because she has so many.
So few.
So I was looking through her scrolls to see which one would be, pretty easy and not very expensive because I didn't want to drop a lot of money just in case if I didn't like it. So I found, and she's like, oh, they sell this kind on Amazon and it's a really good buy. And so I thought, oh, okay. So as she knows, I don't do things right away. So I came over to stitch like a couple of days later than that. And she goes, she had a present wrapped on the table. And she goes, there's your birthday present.
It was a little early. Normally I don't do birthday presents, but I was so excited.
She's very excited because obviously she likes scrolls.
I do. I love scrolls.
So this is what it came in. And these are the scrolls that...
And they are on Amazon.
And on Amazon. And
But they're super cool.
yes, this is basically, I'm gonna do this from here. This is what it comes like. And there's different size, like 3 different sizes.
Right.
And so I love it because...
But the nice thing about these is to attach your fabric.
Yes.
It has a slit cut out and then the little, kind of like a Q-snap thing, but not. So you just put your fabric in there, you clip it on, and off you go.
Oh my gosh. And
Super easy.
Super easy. All of it's just very easy. And they're really sturdy, guys. And that's what I'm doing my sunflowers on. And it was so funny because I've been working on it and I've been working on it here. And she goes, well, let's get a scroll out. Because I had a Q-snap and I had all this fabric.
I love working on Q-snaps too, on the smaller things.
But on something like this, you're just going to have so much of it everywhere because you can't have a Q-snap this big. Plus, oh my gosh, you guys, it's so, sorry. It's so easy. Like when you're in the chair, You've got your armrest, and it's like perfect.
Well, and the best thing is, if you're carrying a little extra weight, like some of us are, you have a perfect place to rest it right there.
Yeah.
So you could be stitching and you just kind of rest this right on the... Great, pregnant women and me, we all have that in common.
So how do you pronounce the name?
I don't know. Arabesca?
Arabeska on Amazon, and their cross-stitch scroll frame set with plastic clamps.
They're awesome.
They are incredibly awesome.
And they come in different sizes. This was the smaller, the shorter set. I went to get myself a set of the larger one, and they're out of stock right now until May.
Right.
So,
but guys, this is like life-changing for me. They are so awesome. I love them.
I can't believe that you haven't stitched with the scroll all the years that you and I have been stitching together.
I got a real cheap one once a long time ago, and I didn't like it. It just was a pain. It was the kind you had to tape on and all that other stuff.
Yep.
It was a pain. So I was just like, nope, I'll either stitch by hand or stitch in Q-snaps. Because back then we had hoops. And so I stitched in hoops. Then Q-snaps came along, and then I stitched in Q-snaps. So that was my birthday present. Thank you.
Thank you. You're very welcome. And there go your glasses again.
Yes.
So one last piece of business.
So this is the pattern that I kitted up, and I'm going to start immediately next. But I found out that I had 2 patterns.
Back this up once. She gave me one because she had 2. She still has 2.
So guess what?
All I'm saying.
So guess what, guys? You guys one of you gets to be the lucky owner of the Cricut Spring. So what we would like for you to do, don't mention giveaway, just mention the word spring or springtime.
Nope, one word.
One word, spring. And mention it, and then we will do a random drawing the next time we video. And then we will send it to you. Which
hopefully will be in 2 weeks.
And if any of you guys are a part of the Facebook group Cricut Collection, the Cross-Eyed Cricut, go, because several women have stitched this and used different colors and different...
And they posted them?
Yes, and they posted them on the Cross-Eyed Cricut Facebook page, and which was so awesome because I got some ideas too with it. So, and
Can't wait to see what you do.
I know. So anyway, this mentions spring in it, and we will do a random drawing, and it's going to be at your house next.
Good plan. All right, I think that's all I have.
That's all I have.
All right, thanks for coming back, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Crystal.
And we are stitching the dream.
Yay!